Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I am in Tacoma, Washington right now, and my hotel is in like a busy street, and so if you hear some noise, it's because there's about 5 highways that I'm looking at, and I think this is on a bus route. But anyways, today I'm going to talk to you about online dating and how to get started with it, how to decide which app or which website that works best for you, and also kind of a little bit how they work and things that you'll need to upload and fill out. I've had a few friends reach out to me because they know that I've done online dating in the past, and they wanted to know, like, where do you even start? How do you decide which website to even be on? And so that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, and just kind of basic profile setup. Number one, how do you even decide which site to be on? Because you have probably heard of Tinder, where you're swiping left or right, and what does left mean, what does right mean, and is Tinder just for younger people, or can anyone use Tinder? Match.com, I heard that's really good, and all of them can work. It just depends on which one that you like the best. I personally have tried quite a few of them, and right now I've decided to take a break from online dating. It's just not what I want to do at this point. I've done it. I've had good experiences, I've had bad. It's just something that for me right now, it's not how I want to date. I know that online dating has worked for many of my friends. My friend Kelly met her husband on eHarmony, and a few other people I know met their husbands or wives on dating apps or dating websites. So, really? Okay, I think I got the air to stop. Didn't mean to do the wind blown effect. Sorry about that. So how do you get started? How do you decide what site that you should even be on? So on my flight over here, I wrote down all the sites that I could think of, and there are quite a few that I wrote down in my book. Let's see. So I broke it down into 2 categories. You have the swiping apps, and then you have the websites. All right, the swiping apps, Tinder, you have Hinge, and you have Bumble. These are the ones that I'm familiar with and that I've actually used. Tinder is where you swipe left or right, and it just pulls people that are close to you and that are within the parameters that you set as far as age range is concerned, and also where they live. So distance from where you live. Here's the thing, it's not where you live. It's based off of where you're actually at. So if you are visiting a friend out of state and you open up Tinder, it'll pull people around you in that area. You can't search for people in your hometown, which is kind of one issue that I have with it. I think you can pay the app and then you can do that, but it didn't seem worth it to me. So the way Tinder works is if you swipe right to someone and they swipe right to you, it shows you, it's like, ding, you have a match, and you can then talk to each other. And the guy can go first, the girl can go first, it doesn't matter. You can start talking to each other, and you just kind of keep swiping. My friend Maria really loves to swipe for me, or she did when I was on there. I don't know, Tinder for me, I kind of wore it out, but I've heard some really great stories about how people met the loves of their life on Tinder, so it can happen. And then you have Hinge, and Hinge is a little creepy. It's cool, but it's creepy because it shows you when your paths have crossed. So you can like someone or not like someone, but the only way they appear in your results is if only if your paths have crossed. So then you kind of see how many times they crossed and where they crossed. Again, cool, but I think a little creepy. So I don't know. I think it's cool and it can work for you, but yeah, that's how Hinge works. And then you have Bumble, and I really like Bumble and what they've done with that app, because it is still the whole swipe right, swipe left. And if you both like each other, then it gives you a match. But the way Bumble does it is that the girl has to talk first. Like, the guy cannot message her without her sending the first message, which is really nice because sometimes you just want to be in control of that conversation. And yeah, so that's how Bumble works. Now, all of those apps are free. I believe all of them have like a paid version of it. I've never done the paid versions, but I think that the free versions are actually pretty good. So those are the swiping apps. Next up, we have the websites. Now, I'm gonna have to read off my list because I can't possibly remember all of them. So I know there's Match and eHarmony, and I had to cheat. There's JDate, Christian Mingle, one of my favorites, farmersonly.com. Favorites meaning I just like the name of the website. I'm not a farmer. And OK Cupid and Plenty of Fish. Where the heck do you start? Well, I guess if you're a farmer, then maybe farmers only make sense. If you are, Christian and you're very religious, then Christian Mingle seems to make sense. I have not been on either one of those sites. JDate is for Jewish people, so you can not be Jewish and still be on the site, but it's primarily for Jewish people. So you have Match, eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, and OK Cupid. All of these you have to pay for these sites, and oh no you don't. Match you have to pay for, eHarmony you have to pay for, I believe you have to pay for Christian Mingle, Farmers Only, and JDate. But OK Cupid and Plenty of Fish are both, you don't have to pay for those sites. So you can just kind of test the waters on those and decide if you want to move into like a paid site. So the way all of those work is that you upload photos and you fill out a profile. Sounds simple, right? Not so simple in my experience, because how do you know what photos to put up? I would always go for the most liked photos on Facebook that I had, but then I had my guy friends tell me that I only had like from here up, which I guess is kind of all my videos anyway, and it looks like I was hiding something, which I'm not. So I had like full body shots. They said, hey, put these photos in. So make sure you have a variety of photos, and make sure that you don't have too many other people in the photo, or like make sure it's obvious that like you're the person that they're looking at, because it can get confusing. You see a group of 5 girls and you're like, I have no idea which one she is. When I look at guys' photos and they have all these group photos, it's like you're trying to find like, or play like Where's Waldo and try and find which guy you're actually looking for. I say ask friends, and if you're a girl, ask guy friends. If you're a guy, ask girlfriends which photos that you should upload, because I think they have the best perspective. Then you have to decide what you're going to put in your profile. They guide you through it. eHarmony, you take like some sort of a personality quiz profile thingy. Match, you fill out the profile. OK Cupid and Plenty of Fish, you do the same thing. It asks you simple questions. Give information about yourself, but don't give too much. Remember, this is the internet. You don't want to, put in too much information. Leave some to the imagination. So yeah, so input your information, fill out everything that's necessary. Write the About Me section, which can be kind of difficult. I don't know why it's difficult. At least for me it is, to write like, about me. What do I like? What are my interests? And I don't know why it's harder. It's easier said than done. But again, that's what friends are for. They can help you out with these things. So fill out the About Me section and complete your profile, and then it's time to start searching for people, which can be super fun. And people start reaching out to you and you chat back and forth. Like anything else, be careful when you give your number out to people. You want to make sure that this is someone that you don't think is really shady. And by the way, here's some examples of shady people. They have one photo. Who only has one photo of themselves? It's 2015. People have more than one photo of themselves. They have tons of photos. I don't understand why you would just have one photo. Put more photos up. You look good in more than one photo. Ask your friends. Have them take a photo of you that day. I don't know. Just put more than one photo, because I personally am not going to be talking to anyone that only has one photo. It's a red flag. It's shady to me personally. Also, there's always a category for income. I don't know. I get why they have this on there, but I don't know. I don't fill out what my income is, just how I don't share that with everyone anyways. So why would you put that in an online dating profile? So I don't know. For me, it's a red flag if a guy, selects whatever the range is. It doesn't matter. It could be the highest range. It's still like a red flag. I just don't like that. That's a reason why I might not talk to you on online dating. Play around with it. Look at other people's profiles and see what you think. Yeah, so I would recommend that if it gets to the point, you give someone your phone number, that you talk to them on the phone first. I can't tell you how many times I regret not talking to someone on the phone first, because you learn so much about a person when you actually talk to them. Yeah, that's like my number one rule. I learned lesson learned hard, just make sure that you actually speak to the person on the phone and then agree to meet them in person. So, and when you agree to meet them in person, meet in a public place, give a friend your address. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I don't think it's that crazy. You want to make sure that someone knows where you're at. You're meeting a stranger that you met on the internet. Someone should know where you're at. So I would recommend giving someone the address of the place that you're meeting at, of the bar, restaurant, coffee shop, whatever that might be. So it's pretty simple. as far as like filling out your profile, searching for people and talking to them. Online dating can definitely help you cast a wider net, give you more options of people to date than just, going to your local bar or coffee shop or wherever you might hang out. Again, I personally haven't found love on online dating, and that's okay. I've met a lot of interesting people. I have some really good stories from online dating, many of which my friends and their husbands always seem to remember. You know what, I think one day I'll have to do a video where I tell you my funny dating stories, but that's a different video. So good luck getting started with online dating. And remember, there's the swiping apps, there's the actual websites, and they all work a little bit differently. If you don't like one, try another one. You've already filled out that profile, so just copy and paste that information and use those same photos, and happy searching. I hope you find the app or the website that makes the most sense for you. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to know when I am posting more videos, then click on the subscribe button below here, and you will get a notification when I post more videos. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye!